All right. Well, welcome everyone to this next episode of Embodied Integrative Healing. I'm so glad you're here with us today. And I have a really special guest, my good friend and also fellow healer, facilitator, Marta. Marta, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, Jordan, thanks so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm so glad to have you here. I'm just feeling your presence already, and I'm just feeling more calm.
I love that.
Yeah, so on this podcast, just for people who are maybe new, really just exploring healing in general, kind of the topic of healing and like what that means and what it means to heal and different modalities of healing. And on some episodes, I'm just kind of exploring the modalities that I use and, sharing that with people and exploring how that is a healing process. And then on other episodes like today, I'm inviting other practitioners and kind of inviting them to share their modalities and what they view as healing. And so maybe Marta, if you want to maybe just start with sharing a little bit about kind of the work you do and how you kind of look at this whole healing process and healing journey.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
It's such a big question because healing, I think, it's actually the process of living
Mm.
and unfolding and experiencing what it is to be human. Healing requires like that we're wounded in a way, right? That things have happened to us that we don't yet know how to be with or integrate or navigate. And that's what we're here for, is to experience things that change us and that then we get to uh, digest, and those things transform us. So healing is like one word for living, experiencing life. It's a whole process. But the question you asked me was like, what do I do? And I'm calling my work Somatic Intelligence and Integration. And so I do integrative bodywork, somatic coaching, and psychedelic preparation and integration. And what I feel like I really do is I walk with people who are going through really difficult passages, through dark nights of the soul, through grief and loss and unwanted change and um, initiatory experiences. And I do it in a different number of ways. One is with hands-on body work, and the other way I can work with people is on Zoom. Um, but I think that for me, the body illuminates our path through this life. It carries the experience, it carries our wounds, it carries the intelligence for us to move through that and to transmute what has hurt us. Our body has this intelligence and the wisdom to guide us if we'll listen to the body and if we can learn how to be with the body. And as my philosophy is developing, Jordan, I really feel like most of us don't know how to hold ourselves completely. And I feel like what we're here for is to hold each other until we learn how to hold ourselves, and then we can hold each other even better, and we can hold more and more in this loving, witnessing, caring, containing way. So I think that it's about holding this experience of life so that we can digest it. And I don't think we come into the world knowing how to do that. I think that, we're held inside our mother's womb, hopefully safely, but maybe not. Or we're held after we're born safely, hopefully, but maybe you didn't get held. Or maybe something horrible happened to you that you didn't even know how to talk about. And so you couldn't tell anybody. And so nobody could hold that. And I think we go through life with this longing to be held in the places we weren't held. And that's what we can do for each other in all these different ways, through meditation, through friendship. Like you said at the beginning of the call, you felt better just after a few moments of being with me.
Hmm.
And that's because we hold each other. it's we're built for that. We're not supposed to do any of this
Mm.
alone, and yet we have work to do that is on our own. So there's a bit of a dichotomy there, but we really never do anything alone. We totally only get to be here on this planet by receiving what the earth is offering us, and the holding of um, the the magnetic field, if nothing else, or we would all just float off into space. We have to be held. So
Wow.
that's my long-winded, even
Oh,
though I could say so much more, because I love this, and it's beautiful to be held in my sharing of what I'm discovering for myself and what I want to do in the world. So thank you, Jordan. You always have such
oh,
beautiful listening and capacity for holding.
oh, Marta, thank you so much. Wow, I'm getting a little teary-eyed, actually listening to your description. There's so many things I want to ask you. I'm just like feeling held right now, just hearing you talk about it. I'm like, I want to do another session with you again. Just for the listeners, I've done sessions with Marta, and it's so good. And now I want to do another one. It just reminded me. Um, wow. Okay, so where want to go with this the being held. Wow, I think that's really touching me. Like how we're kind of
Mm.
how you're sharing like we're built to be held, and we kind of like come into the world like you can't not be held in a way. It's like that's what being a human is on the earth. It's like you're on the earth and you're held. And can you just, yeah, share more about that? That was really touching me, actually. This whole kind of
Yeah,
we're built for that. Yeah.
it touches me too to talk about it so deeply, because I know that I've had such a deep yearning my whole life to be held. And I didn't have language for that, but I was really well held by my mother. I remember it.
Mm,
She did a beautiful job of holding me in many, many ways. And still, things happened that I couldn't share with her, so she couldn't hold me.
mm,
And I think our yearning to be held is literally why we came here into being in bodies, so that we could experience being held and being alive. And we literally cannot live if we're not held.
wow.
You cannot exist. You cannot be born. You're held, you're a potentiality inside a mother's body that then is infused with life force, and this little plasmic potentiality literally lights up within the mother's womb when it is seated. They have pictures of it now.
Mm,
And if that little cell isn't held inside this body of this mother, it can't grow. It has to be held, and it's held in this amniotic fluid in this beautiful world. And then if it's lucky enough to get through that safely and make it through this birth canal and come out of the mother's body, it instantly has to learn how to breathe for itself for the first time, how to eat through its own mouth and not the umbilical cord. It needs to be held on its mother's body, or it will die. Even if it's fed, if it's not held, a child will die.
wow.
Wow. And then there's this, we go through this separation from our mother, which also has to happen at some point, you know?
Mm,
But our bodies need to be touched, they need nourishment from touch. Um, yeah. I mean, sometimes I think I've been single for quite a few years. And honestly, if my dogs didn't sleep next to me most
mm,
of the time,
mm,
I don't honestly know how I would have survived the most difficult periods in my life without these two creatures. And it's like they knew, like, one squished up against my right and one
oh,
squished up against my left.
oh, yeah.
And like I would make them go where I needed them. And then a pillow on my chest.
Yeah.
There's so much beautiful body work that has been developed out of the need to be held at different stages of our development. And there's so much to learn. I've been binge learning about body stuff, how the body
Oh.
works, and how different kinds of touch creates safety. Like if you weren't safely held as an infant,
Hmm.
there's a certain kind of touch that creates that in your adult body
Wow.
that they've researched. There's a thing called NeuroAffective Touch that I've been studying a little bit. And you can literally sort of wrap a person up in like blankets and bolsters, sort of like restorative yoga.
Hmm.
But you wrap them and you make sure every curve in their body is held, especially like the back of the head and the neck, because if you think
Hmm.
about how you hold an infant, you hold them on their sacrum and you hold them at the back of their head and neck.
Hmm.
And to hold an adult like that, even to hold yourself, if you were to put your hands there, like holding the back of your skull,
Yeah.
and a hand really anywhere else on your body, and relax into that, you'll feel
Hmm.
something happen.
I I just tried that just now and I felt it immediately.
Yeah.
Like I have my hand on my back of my skull and my sacrum and I just calmed down a bit. Just
Yeah. Me too. I took a deeper breath. I put one on my heart. That's
Hmm.
a really comfortable posture, back of the head. And I sort of like to give just a teeny lift to the back of my skull,
Hmm.
not a pull, but just a tiny lift, like I'm being held. And this is something you and I were talking about on this session, was safety
Mm.
in the body.
Yes. Hmm.
And the woman who teaches this neuroaffective touch, Dr. Something Lapierre,
Hmm.
Aline Lapierre,
Hmm.
she says that when she works with clients who experienced neglect in particular, and she'll hold their head, they will say, I've never been held where I felt like I wasn't going to be dropped before.
Wow.
Imagine, like, that makes me cry. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that so many beings come into this world that aren't
Mm.
held safely and have been dropped in a way, whether they were dropped or not. And of course, children have been dropped. It's not like they have bad moms. Do you know what I mean? Stuff
Hmm.
happens. It's life.
Hmm.
But what a beautiful thing to offer, that holding to a friend. Like just knowing that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I could just hold a friend at the back of the head and give them comfort, or hold myself. And this is the beautiful thing about what I said about there are ways we can't hold ourselves until somebody has shown us what that is and what that feels like.
Yeah.
And then we can do it for ourselves. It's not quite as good as having somebody else hold us, but
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like our body can learn. That's the other thing, is our body can learn safety
Mm.
from
Oh. Mm.
having these experiences. Our body can go, I know what that's like now.
Mm.
And then, like any skill or experience, you can practice it and you can expand your capacity for safety in the body so that you can experience more things safely and do more things safely. But I've been holding my head this whole time
Hmm.
because I notice in my body, and a big part is noticing too. I
Yes.
notice in my body when I'm talking to somebody like you and I'm sharing what I'm excited about, my
Hmm.
excitement can kind of tip over a little bit into anxiousness.
Hmm.
But now I'm noticing it. Before, my excitement tipped over into terror. So my capacity for excitement was really limited. I was like, I don't want to be terrified. My body's like, I'm scared now. But I'd be like, but I was just really happy and excited and saying something I wanted to say. And then I went into shutdown because I got terrified. And yoga and all these practices have helped me to broaden that, where I'm like, oh, I can be excited and actually no, I don't have to be afraid.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'll still get a little over activated when I'm talking, like my voice gets high and I start talking fast. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm starting to notice and like tend to myself, and I'll put my hands somewhere on my body. And like, wouldn't it be a beautiful world, Jordan, if in the middle of a podcast I could say, Jordan, I have to pause and slow down because I'm so excited. I'm getting scared.
You can totally do that on this podcast.
Yeah, let's
Definitely.
do it. You want to do
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And we'll just
Yeah.
check in. So this is part of what I do in my practice with
Yeah.
myself and the people I work with, is just
Hmm.
placing hands on the body wherever it feels good
Yeah.
and catching your breath or noticing your breath or just noticing, like not fixing anything, just be like, hello, I see you. Oh my goodness. Oh, Marta, you're so excited. You're about to cry. Oh, Marta, you're so happy that you have this friend, Jordan,
Mm.
that you can share yourself with like this. Oh, wow. Let's take a moment to feel that.
Yeah. And just inviting all our listeners, just join us. Join us in this practice as Marta guides us. Yeah. I've got a hand on my heart and a hand on my left kidney. That felt just very natural to do.
Mm. My hands on like my high heart, like the top of my heart and under my clavicle.
Hmm.
And another one's on my solar plexus right now, which feels really
Hmm.
stabilizing because,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, what's so beautiful, one of the philosophies of the people I've been studying with and my yoga teachers, is to move at the pace of the most apprehensive part of us.
Hmm. Oh, I feel like I want to make that into a quote.
Yeah, well, I
Wow.
stole it. It's not
Okay.
original.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, I got it from one of my another healer, really special person, Drake,
Hmm.
from my yoga studio, and he teaches all kinds of beautiful things. But I've studied Reiki with him as well as neurogenic tremor.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
he always says, like, we move at the pace of the most apprehensive part.
Hmm.
And what that means for me, it's not that we don't move. It's not that we don't do the thing that might be a little bit scary, but that we check in with the part that's scared
Hmm.
before we do it. So it's the opposite of the Nike commercial. Just do it. No, it's not that. We're not going to force our system where it's not ready to go.
Yeah.
We're going to check in and say, okay, this is what I'm doing in my body. I'll say it out loud.
Hmm.
Like, okay, I can feel this part of you, Marta, this part that's a little bit, it's kind of activated and excited, and and it feels like it's a little too much. What do you need from me? So it's just showing me, like, by taking a big breath and another breath like that, just letting the breath be honest. And I just get like very simple message, like, can you just slow it down a little bit? Like, and then sort of the wise part of me saying, yeah, there is enough time. And Jordan and we get to talk again. This isn't our only chance to talk.
Hmm. Thank goodness.
Yeah, so we don't have to say everything right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's this very excited learner part that of me that wants to share everything and
Hmm.
say everything today.
Yeah, right.
There's like another part that's kind of like, but we want to listen to Jordan too and
Hmm.
not talk over him and give him some room to speak. So like I have all these little parts that are all so lovely. And
Hmm.
so I'm just going to let them know, like, I hear you. Yeah, I really get that. I get that one of you is really excited to share and one of you is getting a little overwhelmed by that. Yeah. And
Yeah,
and I love you. Gosh, I love you, Marta. Oh my God, you're such an adorable person with all these parts.
so true.
And you're so like your body. Thank you, body. You're like so I so appreciate you showing me that we were getting overwhelmed and letting me share. Thank you for letting me share this publicly and with Jordan. It likes that. And
Yeah.
then I can sort of check in and go, yeah, how do you guys feel? I really see you. I'm listening. We're going to slow down. We have plenty of time. And one more breath. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just feel like this like abundant, bountiful feast of goodness in this
Yeah.
episode. I'm really, there's so many things I want to ask. I'm like on the other side of you, like you just want to share all these things and I want you to, and I want to ask you about all these things. But I also am recognizing we can do another episode and we can do that, the other things another time too. Um, I,
Yeah.
one thing that just came to me is I really like the idea of like will come all these parts that need attention. We are going to give you that attention. And even if it's not right now, letting them know we're going to come for you. We are coming.
Yes.
We got you. And maybe oh, this might be later, but I'm coming. It just makes me think of a kid, or maybe there's like a little kid who's like, oh, can we go do this thing? Can we
Yeah.
go to this place and get the ice cream? And instead of it's just like, no, it's like, oh yeah, well, not right now, but we can get some later. We can't do that right now, but we
Yeah.
can get some, after dinner. And then they're
Mhm.
like, oh, okay. And it's like, it's all right. I can't have it now, but I know I'm going to get it. It's going to be all right. And I like telling that to the people that I work with too, because sometimes stuff comes up and, you're working through whatever you're working through. And then I had this happen with one client. And at the very end of the session, all of a sudden, there was like an opening that started to happen and the session was
Yeah.
wrapping up right at the end of the
Yeah.
session and and we for time wise we did kind of have to wrap up the session, but it was just I think it was so helpful for her to just be like, well, you know what, we have time to look at that top layer a little bit right now, and then all the rest of it just let it know we are coming back from it next time. We're gonna hear you next time and we're here with you the whole time, and we are coming back. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's, one of my teachers, I think my main teachers for the studies I've been doing is Dr. Frank Anderson,
Mm.
and he teaches somatic parts work.
Hmm.
And he says exactly the same thing because like, if we're about to do something really deep, like with a deeply exiled part of us, we also, before we do that, we got to check in with the apprehensive part maybe and ask permission. Like, can we go there? Or the exile part might be like, yeah, the apprehensive part might be like, no, you do not have my permission. That's too scary.
Hmm.
So you have to tell the exiled part, like, we're going to come back to you. We're going to check back in on you. We're going to come and get you.
Hmm.
First, we need to like work with these protective parts so that no part's going to be left behind. That's another phrase I like. No, there's no bad parts, right? And no part gets left behind.
Yeah.
And it really is like a kind of a soul retrieval
Hmm.
too when we go be with these parts. And sometimes there's more. Like I've had experiences with, there's a part of me that left my body when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And we went and got her in a session with my therapist. And my therapist said something like, we can close the door, she can magically close the door after she leaves this dark basement where it's dangerous. But my little girl was like, we can't do that yet. We need
Hmm.
to get my brother. My brother is still down there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I just knew that we were going to go back and get him. And this little 7-year-old part of me in another session, she got two of my classmates. We were doing like practice in um, our somatic therapy,
Hmm.
IFS stuff. And it was just a session online. And I was like, I think I'm ready to go get my brother. And so my 7-year-old girl, who had been like unburdened and free of this sexual trauma,
Hmm.
she got these two adults and to come with her. But she
Hmm.
said, I'm going to get him. I just need you to be with me. Like she was so brave, this
Yeah.
little girl, me. And we
Uh-huh.
went back down into the dark basement. And
Yeah.
I told my brother, like, everything was okay and it wasn't his fault and that we could leave now together. And I hugged him and we both went up the stairs. And then we took our magic wands that we, of course, had, and we like magically closed that basement so no more children could get hurt down there.
Oh, God. Yeah.
It was like, it's so amazing what this kind of work can do. And, you know, we can call it internal family systems and or parts work, but there's a level at which it's really, I really think it's soul retrieval. We are literally bringing home and healing parts of us that got frozen inside of us or even maybe kicked out of our body completely and are just have been watching and waiting to come home into our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
Wow. Oh my gosh, I just felt that, like closing the door, no more kids have to go down. Oh man. Yeah. This stuff is powerful. And it's like we're working, with our mind and with our just this inner experience. And that's kind of like where the work happens too, right? It's like this, it's so powerful. Like we can't deny, that inner experience of our mind. And I want to. So as I'm looking at time, we definitely will have to do another episode, which I'm looking forward to. And yes, this episode will be continued. We're going to continue this with part 2 of looking at being seen and being held. So please join us next time, and let's continue this conversation with Marta. I also do want to let you all know that this podcast is supported by listener support. So you'll see on the podcast episode an option to make a monthly contribution. And there's many different amounts you can choose from, even as low as, say, about $3. And all of that really helps just to make the podcast continue and to support us as we're doing this work here. So everyone who contributes, we appreciate you very much.